So as I said in my last episode review of the Sun and Moon anime, this episode review would be late because I was going to be out of town and there will be no way for me to record, edit, and upload my review of the episode or anything like that. So that's why this one is a week late, and I truly apologize for that, but there was really nothing I can do. But we're still going to talk about the episode though, because I want to cover every episode in this anime because you know, I'm still getting over a cold. Oh my goodness, I did not mean to cough like that. But anyways, let's just talk about this episode, okay? Pancake episode, pancake race. I want to call this episode filler. You guys do not understand how bad I want to call this episode filler, but something happens in this episode. 95% of the episode was pancakes, okay? Literally, 95% of the episode was pancake racing. The other 5% is the part that makes it not filler, because there's like story progression, character progression and whatnot, yada yada yada. Like it makes me mad because it's like I want to talk about the 5%, but you know, it's like, how are you gonna leave out the other 95%? That's literally the majority of the episode. You know, I don't know, but majority of the episode was about the pancake race. We actually got to see Alolan Raichu in this episode as well. We also got to see Alolan Muck in this episode as well. Now, Alolan Muck didn't play a giant role like Raichu did, but it's just nice that we got to actually see Alolan Muck in this episode. Even though they were only cleaning up the pancakes that fell off the stacks, you know, it was still nice to see. But one thing I liked about this episode was the fact that the rivalry, the classic rivalry between Pikachu and Raichu still exists. It's still a thing. Even though the Alolan people love to help each other out and whatnot, Raichu and Pikachu still do not like each other, and they still have that rivalry going. So it's really nice to see even Alolan Raichu has the rivalry with Pikachu going on, and it's really nice to see Alolan Raichu actually in action as well. How it doesn't walk, it literally levitates with its tail, and like it surfs on its tail. Like I think that's really cool. We already knew it did that just from the games alone, but seeing it actually happen in the anime is really cool as well. Also in the anime, Alolan Raichu definitely looks more like pancakes. So obviously, you know, Alolan Raichu, pancake looking like Pokemon, pancake race, you know, they 100% meant to do that. Obviously, they really 100% meant to do that. But it was really nice though, just to see Raichu. It was like, this was kind of like what kind of episode we would call this, like a breather, because we've had all these other intense episodes so far, and it's like, you know, hey, let's pause for a moment and let's have a fun episode. Let's have a fun episode where literally nothing happens except for that 5% that I said that happens at the end, but I'll talk about that a little bit later. But it was just nice to see an episode where nothing happens, nothing really important happens except for that 5%. But the pancake race itself, it was pretty funny. It was actually really funny. There were multiple parts of the episode that were funny. For example, Turtonator and Kyoei, absolutely hilarious. Turtonator was literally sitting in the wagon while Kyoei was trying to pull the wagon. Turtonator being a very heavy Pokemon, Kyoei could not pull the wagon, and Turtonator was just standing there with the stack of pancakes looking very, very sad, and I thought that was actually really funny as well. Kukui made a very, what is it? He threw shade. He threw a lot of shade at Ash, and Ash didn't even pick up on it. It was actually really crazy too. So Ash and Kukui were like shopping in the market, and they got like a bunch of grocery, and Ash was like, oh, do we need all this grocery? And Kukui was like, well, there's a hungry freeloader living at my house now. And I'm like, ooh, bro, that's kind of crazy. He literally just called Ash a freeloader, but obviously, you know, it was probably all jokes and whatnot. He likes Ash, he loves Ash, so he's gonna let Ash stay there either way, because I mean, Ash can't really stay anywhere else because, you know, his mom is at home in Pallet Town, and you know, there's no one else he could. I mean, I guess he could stay with like Kyoei or whatever, but they're not gonna make him do that though. But it was just really funny to see Kukui throw a little bit of shade at Ash, or I guess a lot of shade, because that was just, that was kind of crazy right there. But another thing that actually like made me laugh in this episode was that Mimikyu really hates Pikachu. I mean, Mimikyu hates Pikachu to the point where he will literally break the rules of the race to attack Pikachu, because one of the rules of the race was if a Pokemon uses an attack on another Pokemon, they're disqualified. And Mimikyu literally charged up a Shadow Ball. Jesse's like, no, don't do it. Fires the Shadow Ball, boom, and gets disqualified. It was crazy, it was crazy, it was crazy. But I enjoyed this episode overall, but the end of the episode, wait, before we talk about the end of the episode, let's talk about Beware and how Team Rocket tried to cheat and use a Beware disguise to run the race. Well, not all of Team Rocket. Jesse was doing it legitimately until Mimikyu fucked up. And then James and Meowth and Wobbuffet, they were doing the whole Beware thing, right? And then the real Beware comes out, lariats the disguise, and then takes Team Rocket away. Nice comedic relief. I enjoyed that. But let's talk about the real important part of the episode. Lily's egg finally hatches, okay? Lily's egg finally hatches at the end of the episode, and we get to see that it hatches into an Alolan Vulpix, and we all knew it was gonna be an Alolan Vulpix because it just seemed very, it seemed very obvious, you know what I'm saying? So like, obviously the other egg is gonna hatch into a regular Vulpix because that, come on now, what else is gonna hatch into? It makes perfect sense because we have an Alolan Vulpix, and then Ash brought the egg from Kanto, so boom, regular Vulpix right there, and it's like, boom, they're both right there beside each other. You can compare them, yada yada yada. It's just too perfect of an opportunity for them to pass up. So Alolan Vulpix is hatched from the egg. Regular Vulpix, I think, is gonna hatch from the next egg, from the little red orange egg that the professor has, or the principal has. Let me say that principal has, and I don't know, it's gonna be really nice seeing the next episode, because next episode is all about Lily and Alolan Vulpix. Hopefully Lily will be able to touch the Vulpix because she was able to touch the egg. We don't know if, well, let me not say we don't know, because we kind of do know. Well, we don't know if Lily is going to actually capture this Vulpix, or if she's going to keep the Vulpix out of the Pokeball and just let it do its own thing, whatever. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But let me know if you guys enjoyed the Pancake episode. Let me know if you guys are looking forward to seeing Lily and Vulpix in action and whatnot. And if you enjoyed this episode review, hit the like button down below to show your support. I apologize if I sound remotely nasally. Again, I'm still getting over my cold, so hopefully you know, next review I won't sound as nasally. I probably will sound just as nasally because I'm gonna do the next review directly after this one, so you know, I apologize in advance to you guys. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later. Peace.